Rest assured, Cowboy Nation, the season approaches us, and the first week of the season, it is here. Everything that we do now is focusing on winning game one. Let me repeat, everything we do now should be focusing on winning game one. You win every game. You got to figure out every weakness of your opposition. That should be the game plan. But let me just point out this. So far, everything that we said during the offseason came true, came to light. Our warts, our reservations, the things that we have our strongholds on as it relates to negative situations. That front five, the offensive line, that's the only unit. Nobody's worried about the quarterback. Nobody's worried about the running back. Nobody on this particular earth is worried about the wide receivers play. And we can sit there and look at this tight end situation and say, yeah, tight end will be okay, because I think that any of those guys can catch the ball, turn upfield, and do what better than Jason Witten did last year, right? And shout out to Jason Witten. I think that he's a dog. But I got to throw this out. The offensive line for your mind. Right tackle situation. At first, it started out like this. With Lyle Collins, they said that, hey, he's out of shape. He's really not up to weight, or he's a little slow. It's the off season and these sorts of things. Didn't we pay him big coins last year? We didn't pay him to be out of shape. And that so happened to be the situation. He's out of shape, and he had a car wreck, and he had other things that happened and to occur. And that's why, they pushing out, from what I've heard, Cam Erving. They putting him out there in his spot to fill in that particular void. The good thing about that, Cowboy Nation, is on the right side. Dak Prescott is right-handed, so he should be able to see the pressure. He should be able to see the guy coming off the edge if Cam Erving do not step it up. Now, Cam Erving, in a sense, he has not been healthy himself, so it's a lot of moving parts, Cowboy Nation. I'm still thinking that this team can put up some good numbers as it relates to the offensive side of the ball. But like I said, the offensive line is the only unit you cannot really grade until after week one, to after week two. Because during training camp, you really can't say, well, this guy doing a great job, right? So we will find out in a few days what this Cowboys team is all about as it relates to the offensive line. On the other side of the coin, the defensive side, the side that we love, right? Y'all know I love defense. I'm a little biased when it comes to it, because especially I really hold these players accountable, especially from discipline. And do you have cutback responsibilities? Are you coming down the field, or do you have foresight? Those type of situations, especially in the DB house. And I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to roll out X Wood. And I heard that he's a little gimpy with the growing pains of situations. And we got Donovan Wilson, which is cool. And, got high hopes for Donovan Wilson and Darian Thompson. Oh, the Cowboys been looking at Brandon Carr. Now, some people say, yeah, he got a home still in Texas. That's why he stayed overnight and these sorts of things. But we see the writing on the wall. And when you really do your homework, it's not a lot out there. It's not a lot out there as it relates to free agency, as far as safety roles or what have you. Now, there is one guy, but a lot of people probably looking at it like, nah, we don't want to disrupt the chemistry type of situation. You guys can fill in that name if you want. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say there's an Earl Thomas out there. But when we look back at the tape on Brandon used Carr, maybe that car can get us another 50 miles. Maybe the car can get us another, 120 miles. I don't know. I flat out don't know. Here's the thing about used cars, right? I got to put this out there. Now, he is 34, 35-ish years of age or what have you. You guys can post that down below. He's durable. Sometimes, for those who out there like to go on family trips or what have you, there's options. Either you have a new car, you're going to use the newer car, or you're going to use that old car. Some people say, you know what? Although this old car is dependable, I only use this car to drive around town, to run short errands, right? Errands, I meant to say. So that's what a lot of people do with those used older cars. They don't take that used old car and say, hey, I'm living in Texas. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to drive all the way to New York. They don't do that. They don't do that. Sometimes people will go out there and rent another car. I come here to tell you guys, you better go out there and rent another car. If you really want to go far, and if you really don't want to have those hiccups, you got to go out there and get something that's a little bit more proven. Not saying that Brandon Carr will not be a good fit. Not saying that Brandon Carr will be one of those guys that will not be able to pour upon his experience of the game to the younger guys. Hey, Brandon Carr can go over to Diggs and be like, hey, when I was a rookie, I did it this way. Or when my second or third year, I was able to do it that way. That could be the case. That could be the scenario. Nevertheless, this game is about winning games. Let me repeat, this game is about winning games. And if you feel highly confident that Brandon Carr can win you games opposed to a Darian Thompson, because I believe Darian Thompson, we can hype him up all we want in training camp, but he still have to show it to us out there on the field. Remember, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Let me repeat, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And I don't know about Darian Thompson, but we brought in Brandon Carr to take a real good look at it. And like I said, hey, let's see what he's going to do with this cup of coffee. Hope it don't spill all over him, Cowboy Nation. So my biggest reservation, I'm going to say this again, the front five, the offensive line, and the secondary. I like Diggs. I just don't want him to be rushed out there, pushed out there to be the starter week 1, week 2, week 3, and he lose and his confidence is shattered. I believe that the kid got all of the talent in the world. Nevertheless, I just don't want him to be rushed out there to be the end-all, be-all. Now, we do have a Woozier. We do have Worleys of the worlds, right? We do have that, and the front four is looking good so far. We'll find out, especially this weekend when we face the Rams. And we will see what they're going to draw up. Sean McVay, yes, think about this. If you guys don't think that he's ready to really showcase to the Dallas Cowboys that he's looking for revenge, because last thing I checked is that we knocked them out of the playoff run last year. We punched them in the mouth and left them with the raggedy too. So they're going to look at it saying, okay, now we got to draw upon you guys a plan that we will execute. And the Cowboys got to look at this situation and not go in lackadaisy, not going in and say, well, we got this and we got that. We got to go in and go at the throats. That's what we got to do, and step on the faces and not allow them to breathe and get up. That's the mindset that we got to have, Cowboy Nation. Now, let me know in the comment box, how do you guys really, really feel about Brandon Carr? Now, shout out to my dog, Skywalker Steel. He got a beautiful video out there giving everybody some contrast and some objectivity of Brandon Carr. The link should be in the description box, or if not, you guys can just type in Skywalker Steel DC Universe or DCU, and you will see the beautiful video that he put together about Brandon Carr. There's some optics to look at and some objectivity, because Brandon Carr, the safety, when he played in Ravensland, they played close to the ground in the box. They blitzed him occasionally. He showed some good lateral movement to sidelines to ward off the passing lanes, and he attacked the ball. I think he got an interception. He punched the ball out and, causes fumbles and things like that. So I'm not going to say he's trash. All I'm going to say is I got my reservations. Well, it's like I said earlier, it's like going on that family trip and they saying, oh, you going to get that car? Nah, dog, you got the money to go rent you a car or go buy you a brand new car. You going to use that car? Nah, dog, I'll meet you there. That's what a lot of people would say, when they say, nah, dog, we ain't finna get in that car, dog. We finna go and we'll just meet you there, dog. I drive my own. That's just how it looks like from right now, Cowboy Nation. Hopefully, the offense will never have any other warts and we can match things together. But that's the war of attrition with the NFL. You're going to have your injuries. I'm quite sure that the Rams got theirs, right? Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below, and especially about Cam Erving as well, and what we're going to do on that right side, and This will be a test for Connor Williams, too. Don't think I didn't forget about him. We'll talk about that on another episode, right? Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. I'm still crunk, baby. I'm still ready to go into war. We're ready to fight. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. One way or another, we live like 95. Let's get this thing going, baby. Let's go.